Who is Leviathan? Leviathan is the principality in charge of the dark region in the Satanic kingdom. Only divine light sent in the name of YAHUSHA in righteousness and Amunah can penetrate his kingdom or domain. His main kingdom is much below the water level, but he also operates in the second heaven like any other principality. By right, he is supposed to be next to Satan, but the Queen of Heaven has usurped the power of a Leviathan because of the favor she is currently receiving from Satan. Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. Therefore the Queen of Heaven is presently sitting in the position of Leviathan, having received favor from Satan. Revelation 17, 3-4. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a gold cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Leviathan is in charge of all fearful animals, both in the water, air, and land. Leviathan is the prince of death and hell. Any covenant with him is a vow unto death. All satanic army is under the control of Leviathan. All big and small serpents of every color are under Leviathan. The kingdom of Leviathan is covered and protected by thick darkness. His agents control others or seek to control people everywhere. Evil Ruach follow up any word spoken by his agents in order to bring it into fulfillment. Their words are backed up with destruction, and they are not ready to compromise the words of their agents with any opposing word. The effect of their kingdom is seen almost everywhere, especially in the waters. His agents are fearless and even bold enough to do anything evil in the full glare of people. They attack their victims and kill them without mercy. The spirit of Leviathan in a woman causes her not to submit to the authority of her husband and seeks to control everybody around her. They hate to submit to authorities. This is the only principality that a whole chapter of the Bible was given to. That is Job 41. Every war against Yahuwah and man, past, present, and future, has been led and will be led by this satanic warlord, Leviathan. Characteristics of Leviathan. He does not talk too much. His orders are not to be questioned, modified, or rejected. Job 41 and 3. When the spirit of Leviathan possesses a woman, such a woman refuses to submit to authority, even as a wife or a junior person. His spirit and the life of his agents make them to see themselves as masters everywhere. When they submit at all, it is done reluctantly while waiting for opportunity to rebel. Job 41, 4-5 and 22. The strongest surrenders to Leviathan easily in the time of conflict. Job 41, 8-10. Only a person with Yahuwah fights and wins any battle against Leviathan. He does not change his mind from doing evil. Job 41 and 11. His representative in dreams is normally tall, huge, and fearful. Job 41, 12-14. The agents of Leviathan feel protected as they trust their charms. They are deceived with vain words. Job 41, 15-17. They supply fake hope and lies to deceive mankind. Job 41, 18-21. He is unrepentant and very obstinate. Job 41 and 23. He has a stony heart and normally hard to please. Job 41 and 24. He achieves a lot of evil at any given opportunity. Job 41 and 25. Leviathan mocks at any human weapon which is not backed by Yahuwah's divine power. Job 41, 25-30. He brings trouble everywhere and is easily noticed. Anywhere he is, he tends to be in control. Job 41, 31, 18-21. He brings fear upon the earth. Job 41 and 32. He looks down on people and is in control of all that are proud. Job 41 and 34. He is very boastful. Job 41 and 34. Leviathan, as king of demonic serpents, can spit venom into the eyes of people to cause spiritual blindness. That is why most of his victims are spiritually blind. A serpent can fast up to 3 years without any harm being done to the body. Leviathanic serpents are very deceptive and can feign dead while they are very much alive. The eyes of Leviathanic serpents are always open in order to observe all that goes around them. Leviathanic serpents have narrow forked tongues. It is like a fork which they repeatedly flick out. As they flick their tongues out, those ignorant of serpents may think they are just playing. No, but they use it to sense odor or things around them. This means that their tongues serve as an organ of smell. This is why evil agents can program Leviathan serpents to go and strike a person. They easily trace and locate their victims through odor emitting from the victim's clothes. And this way, agents of Leviathan very much resemble dogs. A dog can easily identify 10 people within a family by their odors. So if a stranger comes in, the dog will know that the stranger is different. The spirit of Leviathan is not easily cast out. It can resist deliverance ministries and manipulate them at times. Leviathan can discourage his victims from finishing their deliverance. A typical case in point is the issue of 2 women in my former assembly who came for deliverance many times but never completed it. His victims are limited to a certain level of spirituality. His victims do not read the Bible or interpret it very well. His victims operate in falsehood and produce false spiritual gifts and miracles. They imitate Yahuwah's actions and deeds. He brings false help and counterfeit lights. His agents offer unholy fasting and prayers. Zechariah 7:1-7. Sickness and disease he inflicts and incurable and painful. Such sickness causes restlessness, sleeplessness, and deep internal turmoil.